My name is Gloria Kisii, and I am the founder of the Shaba. Um, I think I will stand and not sit because I'm excited to be here. It's my first time in Kisii, and it's such an opportunity to be told to come and talk to you about entrepreneurship. I will start with my journey. I studied at Strathmore University, and I did a different course. So I did hospitality. And I see it's not among the schools that you have, but within the courses that we were given, they had an interesting unit on entrepreneurship, and they had an interesting unit around sustainability. And I was quite intrigued on what sustainability is and also entrepreneurship. But then that was not my academic background. My academic background was hospitality, and I really loved it. So in campus, thank you. Are you able to hear me? In campus, there was an opportunity that came about. We were asked through a challenge, are you able to come up with an idea that could create 10,000 jobs in the next 10 years? And at that point, me and a group of 4 friends came together and we thought about the fashion industry and the artisan sector. Because number one, a lot of people love fashion, and also we have a huge potential within that industry. And the opportunity was called Halt Prize. And after which we pitched with my 4 friends on stage, got to the campus level and proceeded to the regional level, but did not go on to the nationals, which was in London. I was not bitter. Okay, I was really bitter about it. However, the question of could we create employment with the idea that we had was something that I really wanted to do. And what happened is, after campus, I finished, graduated, and got employed within the agriculture sector. So we were doing solar. But still, the question of could we create employment was still at the back of my mind. So I quit my job and I told my dad I found this community and I want to see if they'd be willing to work with me. And I just had a set of questions. For the ones doing business, you do understand that at some point you need to talk to your customers, you need to validate the problem that you want to solve. So that's what I did. It was around COVID time, so we had a lot of free time. I drove to Machakos, and at that point, because my dad did not trust me as much, he decided to drive me all the way, and I found a group of women who are doing weaving. So weaving the Kiondo baskets. How many know the Kiondo bags? Oh, I see a few hands. Kiondo, this side? No? Okay, a few. Okay. So we found a community that does weaving, and I had a set of questions, and I really wanted to understand why is it that majority of the people who make craft products don't get the benefit of their craft. You'd find women within the rural areas have been weaving baskets. The baskets are being exported, but they don't get the benefit of their craft. So it was an opportunity for me to learn, but also to understand the sector because, again, that was not my educational background. And after that, what I did, I sat down with a group of women and we had a set of questions we went through. And after that, they asked me, could you help us sell our baskets? And when I was starting business, I honestly have to be honest with you. I thought it was selling the product on Instagram and then people would buy. Who's with me? Right? It's Instagram, it's WhatsApp. But then I quickly came to understand that for you to have a business and run a successful business, you need to know the entire process from where the product is made, who makes the product, how the products are going to come to where you are, and also how the product is getting to the customer. And with that, Shaba was formed. But the main reason why Shaba was formed, other than my curiosity, was my own grandmother used to weave baskets. And this was 20 years ago. She made these beautiful, colorful baskets. There's one in my house that's green, red, orange in one basket. And she used to sell it again to people, but it was not enough to sustain her and her family. So I really wanted to either help or just find a solution that would work. And with that, Shaba was formed. Shaba is a social impact design brand. We work with rural communities to make beautiful sisal bags. I don't know if we have the image on screen, but I do have a sample as they get it. So we are on Instagram. We also have our website, but this is one of our products. A few people have said they know the Kyoto bags, right? So this is a modern version of. So this is now what we have. We have products in Kenya and Africa that are high quality, that also respect culture. So this, am I too close? So this is a kyondo. But then what we understood is we need to design a product that our customers want. So we wanted to create a product that our customers want. If you're in business, if you sell a product and no one wants to buy it, you'll be out of business very fast. So we designed a product that was high quality and also looks very beautiful. And we still work with the rural communities, the women in women groups to make these bags. Any questions still there? However, I have not come to Kisii to tell you about Kyondo bags. We are talking about the green economy and also how we can tap into these opportunities, especially as entrepreneurs. So with the sisal bag, something interesting that you will soon find out if you want to turn into an entrepreneur is you need to constantly learn. And what we did is we learned the raw material that we use. Our main raw material is sisal. What we learned from sisal is it's biodegradable, it does not harm the environment, and also it helps in the conservation of honeybees. So it's information that is out there, but as an entrepreneur, you constantly need to keep on learning. And with this information, we were able to be certified as the first circular bag brand in Kenya. And also we are able to measure our carbon footprint per bag, which is something that a lot of businesses are not able to do. Because most of the time, if you say you are a green business, how do you validate that? Do you have specific measures in place? And again, my background is not science. My background is hospitality. But along my entrepreneurship journey, these are things that I have come to learn and appreciate. With this, also with Shaba, what we've been able to do is we were awarded the 5th Africa Youth Innovation Challenge winner in 2023 that was held in Namibia and Botswana. Other than that, we've also been able to present at COP27, which is a huge milestone for us. And from the time we started to currently, we did not have a workshop, we just worked with women. Currently, we have people employed to work on the bags. We have a physical workshop and we have distributors who sell our products. And a key lesson from me to you is if you want to come into entrepreneurship, have the attitude to learn because you are always faced with different challenges and opportunities, and you really need to be a fast learner. And then the next thing is find people who know what they are doing and learn from them. Find mentors, find people who are interested to teach you the craft that they have. With that, I think I have finished, and unless there are any other questions at this point.
Thank you, Gloria. Please have a seat because we want to know a little more. You have given us a great overview of Shaba and your journey, but we want to be able to dig deeper into your story, ask some of the questions that would probably be, something that someone is thinking about. And then we also want to get questions from the audience. And for this session, I will allow Lydia Akenyi, who works in our innovations pillar at Jacobs Ladder Africa, working with young green entrepreneurs to shape them into profitable businesses that are helping with the issue of climate change. Lydia, please give a round of applause to welcome Lydia.
What's the time? It's still morning. Good morning, everyone. Are you good? Are you good? Please stand. Say hi to your neighbor on the right. Okay, tell them the lady on the stage, what's her name? Tell them the name of the lady on the stage. Aya, turn to your neighbor on the left. Tell them my name. Thank you. Sit down. I just wanted some movement, some blood. Thank you so much, Gloria. My name is Lydia Akenyi. I'm the Innovation Programs Coordinator at Jacobs Ladder Africa. What we deal with is people like Gloria. But what I'm here to tell you is Gloria is not exclusive. She's not one of a kind, even though she is. I want to tell you that you are the same as Gloria. But maybe you're still on that side. And why we're here is to let you know how you come on this side. Is that okay? So Gloria, I heard you say you entered an innovation challenge and you didn't make it. And that was not the end. I want to know what the thinking in your mind was that made you go on, because you could have thought, I did hospitality and maybe that's why I've failed in this, let me go back. What was that made you go on?
The main reason why I wanted to continue was there was an idea that I wanted to implement. And I told myself, if it doesn't work out, it's fine, but at least I tried. In as much as I did not have the educational background for it, I didn't have the experience for it, I said, if it doesn't work out, what's the worst thing that could happen? And I gave myself 6 months to do it. So if it didn't work out in the first 6 months, I still had a lot of leeway to pursue other things. But then within the 6 months, I told myself I will work the hardest that I've ever worked.
Excellent. Gloria said there was an, what did she have? There was a, who can answer that? There's something she said that she had. There was an, just shout it. Idea, that's all. That's what drove her. And that's what we are here to say. You all have an idea. And that's what Green Labs Incubator is about. Jacobs Ladder Africa has a Green Labs Innovation Center that incubates ideas. And every one of you has an idea. Second thing I want to say is she went on to nurture her idea and she could have reached anywhere. But what made you decide to go the economic way with the idea? I heard you say I went with my dad and what? Okay, you saw the women. So what? What were the thoughts in your mind?
Okay, so I've told you I went to the community and they had beautiful products. But then you also have to understand there's a market that you need to serve. So it was also a mistake on my side. We only took what the communities made and then we'd sell whatever they made to anyone who'd want to buy. But then I also understood, again from YouTube, I did not go to an incubator hub. From YouTube and also from people's comments, you can't sell to everyone. You need to be very specific to who you're selling to, because that also influences your costing, it influences how you do production and everything else. So the reason as to why we wanted to do it economically and not just for the community, we wanted Shaba to sustain itself, to make it enough money to sustain our artisans, for us to grow, and so that we're able to add more people and sell more products.
Excellent. So there's Gloria and there's a whole community. And what she didn't tell you is that there's tons of dollars. Actually, her website is, you price it in dollars.
Hata euros tuko nayo.
Yeah?
Even euros.
Even euros.
Yeah.
So she's the women in the village where her dad took her. Then there's Gloria. And then there's the rest of the world. Those baskets you see go global. This is Gloria. She was in university like you just the other day. What we're saying, it's not exclusive. That's what we're trying to say. It's not exclusive. But the beauty of what we are saying is that the green economy is still untapped. Is still untapped. And that's what Jacob's Ladder is all about, to let you know, don't sit back and say, oh, the who, oh, the who, oh, the who. All those O's that we keep saying. The green economy is still untapped. Each one of you here has no excuse now. You have heard. What will you do with what you've heard? Green Labs Incubator takes in ideas, helps you fashion that idea into a product, helps you get to a market, helps you become the person who can run a business, employ yourself, and employ others. I'm talking about the entrepreneurship side. We talked about the employment side. I'm talking about the entrepreneurship side. But I know some of you are thinking, I don't want to be an entrepreneur. If there's one thing I want you to learn about entrepreneurship, is that it's a mindset. It's not, oh, I sell a business, I do my own business, I'm my own boss. Entrepreneurship is a mindset. I know we read the Zuckerberg story and all and say, they dropped out of college, they did this. But it's not about the dropping out of college, it's what was going on in his mind. Entrepreneurship is a mindset that says, where I am, with what I have, what can I do? And you stick at it, like she did. There'll be failure, but you keep going. Each one of you is an entrepreneur. Whether you're running on your own business, whether you'll be sitting in an office as an accountant, to be a successful accountant, a successful dancer, a successful engineer, if you don't have an entrepreneurship mindset, you will not rise.